Well, hello there, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting, and we're flying through the Scarverse Zoo here on Hermitcraft, where in our last episode we built a massive volcano as a centerpiece to our tropical islands, and I am loving it. And of course, we have finally got the lagoon all filled up with water and all the aqua creatures, minus the dolphins. They're all dead again. And look at this guy, he's having a great time in his new exhibit. Real proud of you, Dolphin. Who I'm not proud of is the Guardian. The Guardian escaped his portion of the exhibit with this barricade here, but turns out we don't need that barricade. That was designed to protect the other aqua creatures from the Guardian, which I thought they would attack fish, turtles, dolphins, but apparently they only attack squids. Apparently they got some long-standing beef with them. But regardless, look at our super cool volcano. Now, the volcano's looking good, but it's not all about looks. It's about practicality. And this is a centerpiece, as I said, for our zoo. So many different exhibits we're going to build today are going to be attached to the volcano. And I have... what in tarnation's going on over here? What in the world? Where's my dangly wagglies? Why you no move? Oh no. What happened to all my creatures? They were like dangling and jiving and all that good stuff. Now they're just static. Oh my gosh, don't tell me this is from the skies of the Ghastly update. Oh no, I hope this is a mod and not something in the new Minecraft update, because we have updated the server. Guys, I need my dangly wanglies. Without my dangly wanglies, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And that exhibit does not look as good without the dangly wanglies. Oh man, what the heck? I'm really upset about that, but as I said, we're gonna do a massive terraform over there. In the comments, let me know. Please tell me that's not in the update and just maybe a glitch with a mod. Oh man. Anyway, I do know how to make us feel better, and that is something I found while in the oceans looking for guardians, and that is super speed. So move over, hot guy. Hello, Aquascar. That's right. If you lead a dolphin, you get endless Dolphin's Grace, and you can basically go super speed through the entire ocean. I've never done this. Maybe you guys have done this. You probably have, but this is the first time I've just leaded a dolphin and went super speed through the oceans, and it is so freaking fun. This has to be the fastest means of transportation. I know we had the dolphin road at one point, but this is just so like surreal to go through the ocean at this speed. It is so freaking fun. 10 out of 10. Could this be practical for transportation? Probably not, but still, 10 out of 10 on the fun scale. Look at us go. Aquascar is back. I don't know what I've done, but I've upset the dolphins somehow. I've always been a friend of the dolphins, but apparently if I get too close, it hits me and will not give me the grace of the dolphin. See? It hit me. It hit me again. Seriously, man, those are hamburgers. They're not dolphin burgers. Grab myself a shiny new dolphin, and we're zooming through the oceans of Hermitcraft at full speed. And this is fun, guys. I don't know what it is. There's just something so satisfying about soaring through the aqua abyss here at full speed. It is such a delight. For a short amount of time, you can also walk on water, which is amazing. Oh, finally found the guardians. Grabbed ourselves a guardian. I was kind of hoping we could still get the benefit of Dolphin's Grace, but not in a boat. That would be super cool if you could make boats faster by doing this. That would be kind of amazing. Oh my gosh, I can pull the boat with the Dolphin's Grace. No, I can't. I sunk the boat. Never mind. Science and discovery has failed. Oh shoot, now I really angered him. Oh boy. All right, abandoned ship. Oh, that was a failure, but we did a little bit of science, a little discovery, and now we know a few things. And also, this is super fun. Look at how fast we're going. Well, we didn't get any more guardians, but we had a 10 out of 10 experience zooming through the oceans, didn't we? Now we need to come up with a mini game for leaded dolphins. There's got to be something fun in terms of an obstacle course or some kind of dolphin races. Let's put our heads together. We can come up with something fun. Now that's a sound I have not heard in a very, very long time. Well, hello there. Step right up to the swaggin'. We've got deals for you, as I have just rolled out of that portal with a chest full of the Scarverse merchandise. That's right, the Scarverse merchandise is still available with our hats from all of our stories and series. We have them on stickers, we have them on desk mats, and of course, sweatshirts with the Scar portal, the hats along the sleeve, and we even have a mug with the kitties on them as they dart in and out of the multiverse. And as I said, shirts, sweatshirts, they're still available for a limited amount of time. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my scarred heart. Thank you for the support on this, but they will be gone soon. Enough silly times with Scar. It's working times with Scar. And now, because we need to start expanding out the zoo some more. So of course, inside of the volcano, we're gonna, oh boy, oh dear, we're gonna build the Nether exhibit with a bunch of scary creatures. Apparently there's already lots of, are you kidding me? Oh, you freaking kidding me? Experience kinetic energy. I'm freaking at spawn now? Jeez Louise, man, this is how I never get anything done. That creeper is camping on my goods. I'm gonna be quite upset here. Landing quickly, grabbing, swooping, gearing up. Did you guys see that precision? Did you see that accuracy? That is only born of a man who goes through a lot of death loops. Me. That I'm talking about me. I'm feeling brave. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do the gauntlet. I'm gonna run through this terror. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so many bad things in here. There's so many bad things. Well, it's gonna get a whole lot badder because that is gonna be the Nether exhibit inside there. Now, when we were building out the beachfront property here, I realized that this would make fantastic sand dunes and be an area for all of the desert mobs of Minecraft. So I think this area will look really, really cool once it's all established as a giant desert. Now, this area over here where the color changes, see how it gets a little tan from the green and where the villagers are? I got another idea for that, but I don't know if we'll get there today. But for sure, we will build out the panda and ocelot exhibit and maybe even green frogs. I know you guys told me on stream where green frogs are from, and now I don't remember. Shoot, you have to take them to a biome, maybe a swamp, and dunk them in the water? Something like that. Anyway, this area will be home to the pandas primarily, and then as a secondary mob, an ocelot, and if we can, those green frogs. Don't remember how to get them. So this area looks super, super cool. And what we can do is connect it to this pathway. So this pathway goes around here. Maybe it goes up into a little bit of a hill to look down into the exhibit and then into the sand dunes and even this special thing over here, which I have a really, really cool idea for. So we've got some ambitious plans for today. Also, we can't forget, we got to get one of the happy ghasts. We've built a lot together in the Scarfari Park so far. We had the volcano, the UFO barn exhibit, the tropical lagoon, the zombie exhibit, which required a lot of resources. And that's where we stand now, surrounded in the chaos that this has left us. The chess monster. Whenever I'm inspired, when I'm building left, right, center, there's always a wake of chaos behind me, and this is what I've left, and I can't find any of the things that I need for today's build. Oh man, wish me luck planning this out. You'd never know it, but I've spent hours organizing and gathering resources here. It looks relatively the same, but I'll assure you, all of these boxes are very organized and I know where everything is. So if I jumped over here, this is wood. Bam, I bet this is more wood. Okay, that's stone. It could be petrified wood, but this is more wood. Yeah, there we go. And I bet this is leaves. Nailed it. More leaves. And guess what? Moss and sand. So yeah, look at that. Pretty darn organized. Also, while I was organizing, I found this sign. Happy birthday. Have a guardian on the house. Well, first of all, I can't find any guardians. Second of all, nobody delivers mobs on the server but the mob boss. So I'm not sure what this implies. Also, it would be kind of nice to have a guardian, but there is no guardian. So this is a bit of a troll. And I don't know who trolled me, but I'll get to the bottom of this. Anyway, let's grab our boxes up now and get working, because we need to establish the pathways. By getting those complete and laid out, everything will fall into place afterwards, because the pathways are very organic in nature throughout the entire park. So everything is kind of built around them at this point. And we have a great pathway through the volcano, but we need to get our desert pathway, our jungle pathway established. I think right through here, it's going to split out to the desert, to the jungle, and it's going to be amazing. So let's hit super fast pathway mode. Our pathways look a little janky, but that's the point, as we're trying to create an organic feeling to the pathways as it traverses the terrain. So I think it looks pretty cool. And once we get all the terraforming built around it, it will finally come together properly. Now, the green area here, of course, is our jungle area for our pandas and ocelots, and the brown pathway is for the desert. So I think these really distinguish themselves for the biomes that they're in. And I'm very excited about this, but I mentioned this before. I think I'm going to build a mesa back here, and I'm going to put a very particular mob there that's going to be a little bit of a surprise. It's going to be more of the whimsical style exhibits here at the zoo, where the two exhibits we're going to make today are going to be more on the more realistic side. So once we swirl this together, you can see that the panda exhibit that we're standing in now is rather realistic to maybe a real life zoo. So we have a panda pond, and we've got forests for the pandas to flock through, and even around the corner here, a panda cave for a panda to take a nap, and guests can look from above down into the panda cave. And look at the terrain here with lots of varied color and detail to really give off this kind of like shadowed and textured feel to the terrain. And we even have a panda water flow flowing into another lake. And from the guest perspective above, we can look into the exhibit, and it really does feel like an actual zoo and down into the panda cave. And I did mention earlier that I was going to put ocelots in this enclosure. I got roasted by B-dubs, Etho, and Cub, and even my mom saying that was a bad idea. So I'm not going to do it. I have a better idea for the ocelots, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. So the thing that's missing, of course, is the actual pandas for the exhibit. So we'll get to that. And of course, this backside looks awful. So this area will clean this up and make this look much better by terraforming it and making it blend into the next exhibit. And we'll do the same for our desert area. And by the way, did I ever say that I did complete the backside of the zombie exhibit? Let me show you. I wasn't joking. Look at how spectacular our backside is looking here at the zombie exhibit. Before, it was just an absolute mess, but is now looking very living, breathing zoo vibes with a very industrial design. I love these little block boxes that I created to kind of represent what creature lives in this exhibit, and I think that really represents a zombie well. We've got garbage cans and storage, and of course all the buildings being held up by stilts like a movie set, because we're just giving the impression that this is a real city. Guys, I am aghast. What have I just flown into? An absolute happy gas storm of happiness. What in the world? How is this even possible? I'm getting straight up flashbacks from Hermitcraft Season 9 during the April Fool's prankathon, where Doc pranked Grian with this many gas, but not the happy kind, the angry kind. Wow. Oh my gosh, you could stand on them? Whoa, we could stand on them. I had no idea you could do that. This is like the create mod. Now, I would only assume that we can't place blocks on them, but what an interesting mob that we can just stand on top of now. They're so happy and they're so delightful, but I couldn't even imagine what this is doing to the server. That's why Hawkeye needs to thin the herd. No, I'm not going to do that. Only if I was paid. But this is so delightful. Oh, look at all these little silly guys. Now, I was actually just on my way to get my own happy gas. Now, I'm not gonna pluck one of these out of the herd because these are used gas. I want a fresh gas from the nether. Now, where would somebody find these in the nether, and how would one get them out of the nether? That's what we need to figure out. I've got the newest swag Minecraft merchandise. It's the portal shirt. Actually reflective and lights up. But is it functional? Find out for $9.99. Anyway, Etho told me how to get them. So we need to go to a soul sands forest and we need to look for the bones. And under the bones, there's a chance at a happy ghast. And then we have to hydrate them because happy ghasts are very dehydrated in this hot nether. So we may have to go a little ways out to find what we seek. A soul valley awaits. Now, I do listen to all of Azuma's snapshot videos, but apparently I just forget all of the pertinent information provided. I forgot that these things are like the most delightful looking little plushies. I think they'll make for a really cool decoration for a bedroom or a shelf in an interior design. Now the question is, where are they, as we have not found any of them? Well, searching. Oh, that's not a happy one. That's far from happy. The search continues, and we have not been successful yet. Whoa, whoa, dodging, weaving, Bernie burn, sizzles. How do I get out of the sizzle lands? Oh boy, these are far more rare than I anticipated. We've got one. Oh, ow, something burns, something hurts. Oh my gosh, what's happening? I don't even have a weapon. I don't know where my weapons are. Oh, jeez. Oh, you scared me, man. You scared me. Oh gosh, I'm just here for this. Oh, look at it. Guys, didn't I tell you this will make a fantastic plushie decoration for a Minecraft bedroom or an office? Oh, it's so delightful. All right, I will cherish you forever, and I'm going to get you out of this nether safe and sound, mister. But how, I'm not sure, because I am a long ways from home. I am endlessly lost, and this is such a pain. I know the spawn is to the right, but there is just a massive wall in my way, and I just, for the life of me, cannot get out of here. This bath salt area just goes on and on and on. And I've got precious cargo on board. We got to keep them safe. I've never been more happy to find this super ugly staircase in my life. That was an hour adventure to find unloaded chunks for our little happy buds. Back in the overworld, Etho said that all we have to do is fill up a hole in the ground of water and pluck it in, and there we are, staying hydrated. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Staying hydrated, staying hydrated. Ooh, 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 ooh. Staying hydrated, ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, if you sing the Scar Hydrated song, you can actually hydrate these 0.0% faster, and yes, that is a Scar fact for you. Now, I feel like these should go in a cauldron and not so undignified as a hole in the ground. Do you agree? I feel like it gives the cauldron a reason. It just feels funny to just pluck it into the ground. Anyway, look at how cute they are. These things are adorable. I cannot wait to use these for decorations. So I'm gonna let that hydrate itself and get back to work. The wind-swept dunes of the desert call to us to build our desert biome for our desert creatures. So this exhibit is primarily for the camel, but we may fit in the husks, we may fit in the bunnies, or even a llama who smells a pizza. We'll see how it goes, but I want this to be a little bit more than just sand. So let's swirl it together and look at that. I think this looks really nice. It's got some variation of color and texture. We're using the new plants. There's a little cave for the camels to get out of the sun, and it's, you know, primarily sand and sandstone, but I think the use of the woods really create beautiful shadows and give it a little bit more texture and variety to its color. And if we fly up into the air, look at how cool this looks. It all has come together so nicely. And of course, we got a nice little arch here separating the different areas of the zoo. We can look into the exhibit through the glass. Now, I have tried my hardest to make sure they can't get out. So everything should be a little over 2 blocks tall. So we'll know for sure once our mobs are inside of the exhibit. And I don't know if I'm going to put husks in here because I might create another exhibit with maybe like a pyramid or something I think could look really cool. Whereas this is more of a biome that I think fits camels better. We can still put the bunnies and things along those lines inside of it, but let's see it from above. Will you look at that? Our tropical biome, our desert biome, looking fantastic from above. Now, This section here is rather ugly, but as I said, we'll terraform this up and most likely make it into a mesa in the next episode. And I think our camels will absolutely love it here. And to get our camels, we've got ourselves a happy ghast. Look at our happy little friend here named Marshmallow. I love him so much, and I made him a little harness, and he is a delightful little creature. Look at him. Aww. He's so silly and whimsy, and I love it. All right, let's see if we can get on him. Hello? What? Oh, that's the guardian from the sign. Happy birthday, I have a guardian on the house. It's not my birthday. But, okay. So there's the guardian. Why is it in a tree? I'm so confused. I feel like there was a party, like I said, in my base that I missed. Anyway, all right. Marshmallow, fly like the wind. We're not going anywhere. We are going nowhere. What is happening? I think he may still be tethered. Okay, can we just... Oh yeah, we can stand on top of him, jump down. Okay, grab that, and then click on him, and we're back! And we're flying so slow, but with a healthy dose of fun and whimsy. Oh, look at him, he's so fun and silly. So, I think this could make a really great tour of the zoo. Is this a rave? Is this a tropical rave here in the lagoon taking place that I'm missing? But as I was saying, I feel like this could be a really fun way to tour the zoo. We get some people on here. We do like a Jungle Cruise style tour of the park. Would be hilarious. Now, the question is, can we save the guardian from the tree? We can. We're going to swoop in here with our axe and ka-chow! Look at him. He's been saved by us. Look at that. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Don't die, my bud. Don't die. Okay, hold on. I'm a great zookeeper. I'm going to save his life. I'm going to save his life. Staying alive. Staying alive. This is the theme song of this zoo. We saved him. That's right. I'm a pretty great zookeeper. I take care of my animals. They're all loving life, aren't they? They are. What if this gas crash landed over the zombie exhibit and we became that zookeeper right there? A zombie. Oh, I'm really enjoying this creature. I love Marshmallow. He's my best bud now. Every episode on the zoo seems to inspire the next one, and I've got some really cool ideas for our ocelot exhibit, our husks exhibit, and a very special mesa exhibit. And I cannot wait for you guys to see those. So until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the videos. And if you believe the videos are rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, because you may just become scarred for life.